DT, shocking performance by the team today, especially defensively, and a defeat at a place where we just don't seem to come and click.
Got what we deserved. Got to hold our hands up. Southampton wanted it more, and our luck ran out today. And it's as simple as that. Too many players were not at the races. Xhaka should never have been moved out of the middle. You see how important he is in the middle, and I believe that's a few times now that Xhaka's been moved out of that area to cover defensive areas.
But who else could he have played there? Maybe he's looking at it like that. Xhaka has played in that position a couple of times. It's not centre back, but he's played like left back. So playing him in the left in a free, maybe.
If you let me finish, I was going to say that every time Xhaka's been moved out of the middle to a defensive area to cover, we've not won. When he went left back, there was that 20-minute spell against Leicester, but I mean when he started the game and had to play in that role, we've missed him in that central area next to Torreira. And it's, that's not the only reason why we lost today. How can you concede 3 goals from 3 crosses and 3 headers around a 6-yard box? Today showed that Koscielny is not ready. A million miles away from being ready.
No one else to play, was there?
No, there wasn't, but I thought he would have still put himself about, because the first 2 goals, it was his he was marking the man. He hasn't lost his strength. It wasn't like he got skinned or roasted. It was crosses in the box, bread and butter. And we were poor.
And the final goal, Leno, what was he doing? I mean, he's supposed to get that, isn't he?
He's got to, but then he was doing things before that as well. Like, it's catch-22. He made an unbelievable save when they had the goal disallowed. But then there was an incident around that same time as well where he flapped. And he's been doing it the last couple of weeks where he's flapping in and around the box and from crosses.
We still got problems in defence, haven't we? Yeah. As good as we've been this season, as good as we've been going forward, we've looked very good, we've looked very dangerous all the time. Even today, it looked like, even when they scored, that we'd probably be the likely team to win the game. We were pressing. But defensively, there are still a lot of issues for Unai Emery to sort out, isn't there?
We've known it for how long? We knew before the season started. Every fan has. And like I said, we've been riding our luck. I'm not going to get too angry because no one would have expected 22 games unbeaten. But I'm not going to sit here and paper over obvious cracks. And the cracks are in defence. And yes, there were some mitigating circumstances today with missing 2 players. But that still doesn't... Well, Rob Holding we've known for a few weeks, but what I mean is 2 players with the suspension, and there's no excuse in that. That's 3 crosses in the box, Robbie. It wasn't like Southampton played amazing and played around us and they exposed us. 3 crosses in the box, bread and butter, which anyone should be able to handle. And this is why I said, maybe give someone like the youngster Zech Medley a chance, because he's a natural in that position. That's his position, that's his craft. So I would rather put someone that might not have the experience but knows how to play that position than someone who clearly doesn't. That's what a squad's for.
We've got a game on Wednesday against Tottenham. You heard what Turkish was just saying. He's saying he'd rest players for that and just concentrate on the league. What's your opinion on it?
Make them play, especially after today. I'd be kicking half of them out there and saying you need to go and prove yourself. Have to go and prove yourself. Pride's at stake. And the fact that we lost today as well, you don't want to lose another. Because then it's, you wait 22 games before defeat and then 2 come along. It's like
there'll be people lining up to say, all right, here they go, Christmas period.
Yeah.
Here it's all going to fall apart.
So starting to collapse and everything else. And
we've got to show, this is as well a very important period for Emery, because you've got to show your mettle to come back from a defeat like this.
Yeah, well, we've said it for weeks that... And I've said to you in podcasts and other interviews and stuff, and I've said, what will be the biggest test for us is when we lose a game. I want to see a reaction. And I don't think you need any bigger game than Spurs. It could be a friendly. It's Spurs. They're going to be up for it. We're going to be up for it. So there's no better game to go into after a defeat, in my opinion. But looking at it and the way things are, our objective, as it always has been, is try and fight for that top 4, get out the players that ain't good enough for this club, bring in the ones that Emery wants, and let's try and win that Europa League, because that's our best chance of getting in the Champions League. And looking at the teams that drop down, bar Napoli, and maybe a couple of tricky away ties, that's not too bad given what happened last year with the likes of Fletico. And obviously we need to watch out for Chelsea as well because they're in there. But that's what we should be doing. I just want to see how we bounce back from this now. But not getting mad, not getting angry, not going to rant, not going to give you 2 million views. And,
you do what you want, mate.
but we move on, innit? We move on.
Nice one.